اوكي، اعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على اشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، والتابعين الى يوم الدين. اما بعد، رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم ارزقنا علما نافعا ورزقا واسعا وشفاء من كل داء، ونعوذ بك من علم لا ينفع ومن قلب لا يخشع ومن عين لا تدمع ومن نفس لا تشبع ومن دعاء لا يستجاب له. آمين آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ألهمنا وسددنا، اللهم ألهمني رشدي وأعوذ بك من شر نفسي. اللهم أتم علينا نعمك ظاهرة وباطنة، واسترنا فوق الأرض وتحت الأرض ويوم العرض عليك، وأرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه، وضع البركة والنور والقبول فيما نفعل وفيما نقول، واجعلنا من أوليائك الصالحين ومن المحببين لك يا رب، والمحببين إليك يا رب العالمين، والمحببين عبادك فيك يا رب العالمين. وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. The sister, she said, I came here to increase my knowledge and my deen. And believe me today, if I ask you what meaning knowledge, you will not know. What meaning deen, you will not know. Forgive me. Does anybody know what meaning knowledge? Word knowledge by itself is not enough. People who are in a criminal act, they have the knowledge how to commit a crime. Knowledge. People who do mischief, they have knowledge. The professional thief has knowledge. Word knowledge is not enough. You have to be very critical. What kind of knowledge? And this is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he make dua to Allah, he said, "Oh Allah, give me a useful knowledge." He didn't say knowledge. Useful knowledge. When you go to a college or when you're planning to study, are you seeking knowledge, or are you seeking a job, or are you seeking benefit, or are you seeking money? What are you looking for? Anybody can answer? Okay, the sister, she said, I want knowledge and deen. Can you explain to me what it means? I know some people get offended. Some people feel like I'm trying to, no, I'm not. Let me tell you what I mean. One of the diseases of the Ummah, we talk too fast without lack of knowledge, or with a lot of lack of knowledge. By this way, we say things, we do not even know what it means. Now you go to a college. Which college you go to? What degree you're looking for? And why? Any one of you. Anyone.
Sheikh, I think we're going to college to end up with a job, Sheikh.
MashaAllah. You are honest. You are honest, straight. By this way, during these years of a college, are you really, really in love with the knowledge, or you just want to get rid of the knowledge to get the job?
Sheikh, personally, I am not very eager about the knowledge I get at college. I'm doing it for my parents' sake, to please Allah.
For your parents to seek Allah. You think if you go to college to please your parents, does this make you go to Jannah?
To please Allah, Sheikh. To please
How? How? If now the parents tell you to marry some wako, full of dunya, and you will be happy, displeasing Allah?
No, Sheikh, not when it does not please Allah, I will not do it.
Exactly. Okay. Now, if you go to college for 5-6 years, okay, you said you go to this college, and if you die, you said to Allah, I try to please you? Because my
I didn't
parents,
get your question.
okay, you go to college A, because your parents said so. And now you obey your parents to go to the college without any feeling, it's just because you want to pleasing them. If you drop dead, is this qualify you for Jannah?
No, Sheikh.
Why?
Because I think I could have done better.
Exactly. Or if the parents ask you to do something for sabilillah and you obey them, now you go to Jannah. But if okay, you know how many girls like you, when they get married, they take their clothes off. They take the hijab off in the day of the wedding and they do completely makeup. And when I ask them why you do that, they said, my mom wants me to do so. I want to please my mom. Now you drop dead in the day of the wedding. And you dress like a Hindu, you act like a Hindu, and your face is completely full of makeup. No hijab, no nothing, music all over. And now you drop dead and you said to Allah, Allah, I'm doing it for you to please my parents. Can you win?
No, Sheikh, no. Never to that extent. Just
But
studies.
wait,
Just
I
studies.
understand. You see, we're here to seek useful knowledge. But the principle you guys have is wrong. Because you cannot obey your parents for dunya. And you said, I'm pleasing my parents. No, you're pleasing your parents if your parents command you to do something to please Allah and benefit you from journey of Iman, not from dunya. But if your parents ask you to do something for dunya and you know it can corrupt your Iman, no, I cannot obey them. I cannot. I give you the example of the wedding because this is a reality. Be honest to yourself. How many sisters you know in the time of wedding, they cannot look like a Muslim at all?
Yes, Sheikh.
How many? The majority. And when you ask what he do, my mother tell me to do it, his mother tell me to do it, his father tell me to do it, he tell me to do it. Where's Allah in the picture? Tell me, where's Allah? But I do not want to drift from the topic. But this way you're honest. You go to college to please your parents. Do you think in your heart you really want to know this knowledge? No. You're really in love with the knowledge? No. Do you think you will benefit from this knowledge? No. At this time, how many people have a degree? After a couple of years, you ask them anything about what they learned, is nothing. Because they used to memorize to pass the test. They're not memorizing to gain useful knowledge. They're memorizing to gain the test, to pass the test, to get a good job. That's it. By this way, I'm here to start with something very important. When you coming in Islam, same. What is knowledge? What is useful knowledge? What's the difference between knowledge, comprehending knowledge, understanding the knowledge, benefit knowledge? Is all the same? No. By this way, if you're coming in here to seek knowledge, it's not enough. You can seek knowledge all over. You have millions of speakers. You have website, you have this, you have that, you have books. But what you want deep inside, intention, what knowledge are you looking for? And is the knowledge, is the purpose, or the knowledge is the tools? Huh? Is the knowledge, gaining knowledge is a purpose, or gaining knowledge is a tools?
It is the tool. Sheikh.
But listen, are you the only one answering here? I want you to look around and ask if anybody agree, disagree, what's going on?
Sheikh, most sisters say it's the purpose.
Say it again. Can you let the sister talk by herself?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum assalam.
Well, I believe it's a purpose. The
Why?
purpose for gaining knowledge, we believe in Islam that dunya is just a part of a life. And we also
Wait. Calm down. We talk about only one word.
Okay.
Only one word.
Okay.
is knowledge a purpose or a tool? That said, word knowledge.
I feel it has more meaning. I feel it is purpose.
Okay, this is what you believe.
Sorry?
Okay, I agree.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me tell you what the early people say. Knowledge is a tool, is not a purpose. Because knowledge to lead you. If you're gaining knowledge of cooking, you cannot say the knowledge of cooking is the purpose. The purpose to cook. You get it or no?
Yes, Sheikh.
You go to the college, you're gaining knowledge. You're gaining knowledge to get a good job. Do you get it or not yet?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
By this way, I hope you really get it. Knowledge is a tool, is not a purpose. But this, it can vary according to your intention and what knowledge. You see, sometimes we mix too many terminology. We talk about only one word in here. What word is that? Knowledge. Knowledge, it can be a knowledge of cooking, knowledge of swimming, knowledge of eating, knowledge of clothing, knowledge of dunya, knowledge of akhirah is different knowledge. Word knowledge by itself, without any detail, you have to be specifying what is knowledge. What knowledge you're looking for. By the way, don't mix and don't confuse yourself. If I talk about knowledge, anybody will tell me, what knowledge? The farmer have a knowledge. The farming, the fisherman have knowledge. Each one has a knowledge. The farmer, his knowledge to generate good crops. By the way, his knowledge again is a tool to allow him to get good crops. The fisherman knowledge to allow him to know how to go to the ocean, how to go to the sea, what time to fish, where to fish, what kind of fish. Do you get it or not yet?
Ji, Alhamdulillah.
Okay? Even if you have a knowledge of training, knowledge of dieting, again is a tool. To do what? To lose weight, to look good, to exercise, to build your body. It has a many purpose. Don't mix between the tools and a purpose. When you go to the kitchen, you go with a certain knowledge of cooking. But what the purpose of the knowledge? Because even the person who go cook, you can cook because you want to please yourself. You can cook because you love certain meal. You can cook because you do not like it. Somebody push you. You see? You can cook because you love to diet yourself and you want to cook in a certain way. You can cook because you love the sweet. You can cook because you want to make money from the cooking. You see how many intention and how many purpose of cooking? By the way, be careful. Don't dictate your feeling and your understanding for something. This is also knowledge. And listen carefully and don't add and subtract in the time of hearing. I'm talking about one word. I do not add any people. I do not add anything. Why? I'm going to build on it now. I'm going to build. But if we fail the base is a word called knowledge. Knowledge can be many things. What about the people who work in the movie theater and movie industry? They have knowledge. By the way, knowledge, unless you put something next to it to verify what kind of knowledge, you will not be specific. If you go now to a drug dealer, he has the knowledge of the drugs, where he get it from and where he sell it. He has knowledge. The person who kidnap and kill, before he kidnap and kill, he gather all the knowledge and timing to plan his crime. He has knowledge. By the way, word knowledge is not enough unless it's followed by something. Knowledge of what? And knowledge to achieve what? Now is the purpose. By the way, again, don't ever forget it. Knowledge is a tool. I give you example. How many people seek the knowledge of Islam but they do not benefit from it? How many people memorize Quran and go to Hadith and everything, and after that you find they are full of dunya? What's the value of the knowledge? How many people have the knowledge of cooking, but they're cooking meals to kill them is not good for them? What's the value of knowledge? By the way, this is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he used to say, "Oh Allah, give me a useful knowledge." And this is one of the diseases in the Ummah today. We talk too fast, and we do not articulate ourselves, and we do not know what we're talking about. You get the word knowledge now what it means? And also according to your intention. Are you gaining knowledge to show off? Are you gaining knowledge to argue? Are you gaining knowledge to just believe you are a good person? Or are you gaining knowledge to useful yourself? Is different. And this is why when you study Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what he said? He said, when Allah opened Jahannam, hellfire, the first three will be thrown in the hellfire. The first one is a scholar, is a high learned person. Imagine what happened to him. Allah tell him, what you did with my knowledge? He said, I seek it for you, Ya Allah. He said, you are a liar. You seek it to people clearly said, you are a knowledgeable person. And you never did it for me. Go to Jahannam. This hadith where is located? Located in the topic of intention and the topic of ikhlas. By the way, the sister, she said, also, I'm trying to please my parents going to college. This, believe it or not, forgive me. You are honest, you're sincere. But this hypocrisy. Because now I confuse myself between Allah's word and the parents and dunya, and this is what we're doing today. Why? Lack of ikhlas and lack of sincerity and intention. Because even if you go to a college now, especially in Europe and America and all this, before you go to a counselor. The counselor sit with you and he tell you what you like. If you said, for example, I want to college A, he said, college A will give you job A, B, C. Do you like this job? You said, no. He said, what you like? What you like to be? Now, do I go to college first, or I study what kind of a job I'm looking for first? Which one is first? Huh? Do I go to college first, or study by going to this college what knowledge I gain, what job I can get, for what purpose, it will be suitable to me or no? But let me give you bad news. We do not do that. The whole thing is driven by money. Money and status and show off. And this is why, forgive me, if you look at ourselves and look at non-Muslim, we have no thaqafa. We have no upbringing. We're not educated. We're not educated. We're educated in a piece of paper. That's it. But when it comes to our social life and daily life, we are bankrupt. Bankrupt of any basic understanding of life. Why? Because a lot of us is mommy girl. Mommy do everything. I'm just a piece of meat. Go eat and study and get a piece of paper, and after that become a piece of meat and get married, and that's it. I'm producing another bunch of piece of meat. What is my goal in life? What is my identity? What's the purpose of my life? Who am I? And when a man coming to marry me, he will marry me for what? Oh, she's a good cook. She can make you fat in no time. She can give you high cholesterol. No problem. And diabetes and heart attack. No problem. And you will be a belly in no time. She will be a belly in no time. Because today, when somebody comes, either he asks about your money, your beauty, your cooking. That's it. Nobody asks about your manner, your thinking, your heart, your soul, your manner, your character, what you like, what's your purpose in life. And all of a sudden, I am empty, I marry empty, I get empty children. And all I'm looking for is a cute baby. And keep clothing the baby. And be obsessed with the baby. And after that, I satisfy myself with some ritual. I'm making salah, I'm doing fasting, I'm doing this. But deep inside, your heart, your thought, your thinking, the purpose of life is what? Dunya. Dunya. Do you understand or no? Does anybody agree or disagree? Be honest. We are here to benefit. What do you think about what I said? And this something, believe me, you will be lucky today if you discover one thing, who you are, what you want to be, who you want to be. Because believe it or not, we are really, if I put you in a machine to make juice, we get an Indian movie, not a Muslim. We look like a Muslim, but our heart, our soul is Indian movie. I want a cute husband with a cute wedding, and I'm willing to spend all kind of money for the wedding just to show off and show them the picture. That's it. But after the wedding is gone. What left is yourself. Is yourself. And let's come toward deen. Anybody know what meaning deen from the new girls? You said, I want knowledge, I want deen. What is deen? Word deen, what it mean? Anybody know? Don't be shy, say it, right, wrong. You see, I'm trying to motivate you to be critical and be a seeker of the proper knowledge. Anybody know? Huh? I know some of you will never show up again.
Astaghfirullah. Sorry, I don't know if I'm wrong or right. Please correct me if I am. I again feel it's righteous now. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Okay. Believe it or not, you have at least good quality, is at least you have guts. You know guts?
Yeah.
Okay. But guts, it need some wisdom, some knowledge, and some manner. When you put them together, you can be very powerful. But if you have guts without wisdom and knowledge, you become hasty. And you can say things so quick, you do things so quick, and you pay the price. And let me tell you something. People who are thinking too fast, they do that. But if you get the proper understanding of the deen, what is deen? What you said is almost 100% correct. Deen in Arabic called manhaj haya. What manhaj haya? Your style of life. Your style of life, your habit, your culture. What you want, what you're looking for. All this called deen. When Rasulullah he said, if a man coming, you like his manner and his deen. إذا جاءكم الرجل ترضون خلقه ودينه فزوجوا. Except, what it means? If a man come, he want to marry you, and you like his manner. His manner. And what else? His manner, his character, the way he behave, the way he conduct himself, his cleanliness, what time he come, if he keep his word or no, his humble and humility, his manner. All this together is called deen. Today we said, oh, he has a beard, he has a tubi, and he go to the masjid. Is not enough. She has hijab, she has niqab. Is not enough. The deen is a complete formula about all you. By the way, let's summarize now. What is the useful knowledge? Is a lot. And what is your deen? It's according to your faith. You get it now or no? Your deen, the way of life, according to your faith. For example, if you love money, you marry men for money, you marry a rich family, and you keep going to achieve money. Finished. This is your deen. You see? Or for show. Or for ego. By the way, the deen is a reflection of your belief and what you want in life. Because it's reflected in your habit, in your custom, in your culture, in your thinking, in your desire, in your motivation, everything you want. And this will generate the goal and the purpose of doing or not doing. And this why, what is the useful knowledge? Useful knowledge is divided into two. Useful knowledge of dunya and useful knowledge of dunya and akhirah. And the useful knowledge of dunya, again, it varies according to your priority in life. Some people love art. They keep doing art until they die. For them, this is their goal. Some people love singing. Some people love music. We said it again, some people love cooking. The early people said, what is the useful knowledge? The useful knowledge, it benefits you, it enhances your life, and benefit others. But what is the ultimate benefit knowledge? The ultimate benefit knowledge is the knowledge of Allah. The knowledge of whom? Allah. Because if you reach Allah, you reach everything. Because Allah is the only one can benefit you dunya and akhirah. Can please you dunya and akhirah. Can fulfill your need dunya and akhirah. By this way, the ultimate benefit knowledge is the knowledge of Allah. And even the knowledge of Allah is divided into three. The highest is the knowledge of Allah by Himself. The oneness of Allah. The name of Allah. The attribute of Allah. Which is the knowledge of Iman and Yaqeen. After that, you have another knowledge. The knowledge of regulation. Halal, haram, makruh, mustahab. I have to do, I cannot do. Regulation. Is a regulation is a mean or a purpose? Eh? Eh? Hello? Regulation means or a purpose? To make it short for you, is a tool again. Is a tool to train us, to help us to do or not to do what pleasing Allah. That's it. To get closer to Allah. By this way, is a tools is not what? A purpose. Do you get it or no? And this why, when you look to the Ummah in last 30 to 40 years, what happened to the people who follow the rules, but without the purpose? When you get to deal with them, is empty. Is very empty. It's almost like you marry someone, and you obey him, but not because you love him. You obey him because you have to. You cook for him because you have to. Ask your mom. Ask any elder woman who marry. How many women serving a husband and every night she wish to kill him? Or she wish him to be dead. But she served. She follow his rule. But because she's scared. Or she hate him. She won't get away from his abuse. But what is the highest level of obedience? When you obey in a state of love. When you obey the one you love to pleasing him. And by pleasing him, he will please you. And when he pleasing you, meaning he has a relationship, he's loving you. That's why even obedience and follow the regulation is a tools, is not a purpose. And this is why when you study in Islam, what happens if I commit sins? I commit sins, I did this, I did that, I'm finished. Allah tell you, come here. Do you know what Allah said? Inna Allah yuhibbu at-tawwabin. Allah, he loves the one who repents. Excuse me? Meaning, if I fall down, I commit sins, I do not follow the rule of Allah, but I believe Allah is merciful, Allah will forgive me, and I stand up and I said, Allah, give me tawbah, and I stop, Allah love me? Sure. Why? Because Allah created us and we will never be perfect. We'll have the weak time, the strength time, the righteous time, the disobeying time. We'll have everything. Like one scholar, he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when you study his attribute, he's tawwab. How you can believe Allah is tawwab if you're not going to use it? How you use Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is rahim and forgiving if you not need him? That's why when you look, no one will live and die without needing Allah in everything. And this is really the ultimate knowledge. The ultimate knowledge to know you need Allah in every moment. You have, you need him. You do not have, you need him. You're rich, you need him. You're poor, you need him. You're single, you need him. You need him. You marry, you need him. The problem when dunya take us, and astaghfirullah al-azim, I am young, I'm pretty, I have the money, the men coming like dozen, won't marry me, astaghfirullah al-azim. Just yesterday, one brother called me. I love him for Allah, he's a beautiful brother. He has a son, 1.5 years old. He told me make dua for him. His name is Salahuddin. Because he can lose his vision. Very beautiful young boy. Close to 2 years old. You see, is the parents have a control? Something wrong in the muscles of the eye. And he can lose his vision. And it's a very critical condition. That's why even look at our arrogance. I want to get married. Okay. Do you know for a fact who you're going to get married to? No. Do you know if he's really a good man or no? No way. Do you know if really this man will generate happiness in your life or no? You do not know. Let me give you bad news. Very bad news. You can be the most beautiful girl. Marry the most beautiful man. And you know what happened? I meet plenty of that. They sleep separately. They have no relationship with each other. Why? He said, I like you, but I don't have feeling for you. And they live miserable life. They have everything perfect. Arrogant again, arrogant. Because I'm thinking my beauty will lead me to love. Or my money will lead me to love. Or my body will lead me to love. Or my status will lead me to love. Wallahi, no. Love is a secret. If Allah decided to put it in the heart of people, that's it. Nobody can do. The real one. But the fake love, oh, I like her, I love her. No, you love the meat. You love the look. That's it. This is not real love. It's fake. And the majority of us is fake. We love fake because our love is fake. And what happened? We end up with a fake life, with a fake children, and astaghfirullah al-azim, this can lead us to Jahannam. Why? because we do not have the proper understanding of knowledge and the right knowledge. Let me share with you today something so beautiful, I love so much. You remember about Abu Hurairah? Abu Hurairah, the famous companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What makes him famous? Because he's one of the most famous reporter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam hadith. Why? He said, I used to sit next to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam most of the time, afraid I will lose a sentence. I'm afraid I'm losing a sentence. People going, people coming, people going for business, people do that, and I'm sitting next to him. Let me teach you something so beautiful, if you can get it. Abu Hurairah, this is his nickname, because he used to have a small cat, and he used to feed cat. And he was a very poor man. But actually his name, according to different report, his name Abdurrahman ibn Sakh, or Abd Shams, or Abu al-Aswad. This is his original name, and even people debate it. But let me tell you something happened to him. When he embraced Islam, his mother was very tough. Every time he tell her about Islam, she talked bad about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he was very honest. And he go crying to Rasulullah. He said, Ya Rasulullah, I want my mother to be a Muslim. But every time I talk to her about Islam and you, she tell me things I dislike so bad about you. He said, what do you want, Ya Abu Hurairah? He said, please make dua for my mom. He made dua for the mom of Abu Hurairah. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he was a young man. He embraced Islam in Medina. And when he went to his mom, before he went, he heard a voice. Don't enter! Wait! And he said, I heard water. And he said, the moment I opened the door, her face was different. And she raised her finger. And she said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Take me to Rasulullah. He said, Allah accept the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now look at Abu Hurairah's mother and Abu Hurairah. When he went to Rasulullah sallallahu what he asked now, I want you to hear this and cry over us. He said, Ya Rasulullah, make dua for me to Allah love me and people love me and my mom. Today if Rasulullah come and he meet your mom, oh Prophet, we need a good husband, we need somebody with money, we need her to get happy, she get a good oven and good refrigerator, and she has a good house, and she has a lot of kids, and go to Jahannam, no problem, but we need money. Look at the way we meet each other, and what we're looking for, and the mother of Abu Hurairah. She's a Muslim a few minutes, and what she want, her and Abu Hurairah, they want to be famous, and what kind of famous? To be beloved to Allah, beloved to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and beloved to people. How many of us make dua, oh Allah, love me, Ya Allah, and make people love me? Did you ever think about that as a girl? Oh Allah, send me a man who love you, and make him love me, Ya Allah. Wallahi, I dare you make this dua. Oh Allah, I want a man to take me to USA, to Canada and Australia. I need money, England, Euro, Ya Allah, Euro, dollar. Dubai and Abu Dhabi, Ya Allah. Saudi Arabia contract, not Jannah. This is the truth. This is the truth. The truth is ugly. Very ugly. Take it from me. if you have a dot of iman in your heart, said, Allah, choose for me and don't make me choose, Ya Allah. And choose for me someone who love you and love me for you. And we make people loving you, Ya Allah. And if you're going to give me a man for dunya, I do not need him, Ya Allah. I don't need it. Give me a man can support me to get closer to you. And don't make me give me a man can be fitna for me, dunya and akhirah. Did you ever make this dua for yourself? Give me a man can give me a seed going to Jannah, not a seed going to Jahannam. Did you ever make this dua? I promise you, if you make this dua to your mom, and you go to your mom, she said, no, what is his degree? How much he money? Because we become hungry for dunya. Dunya become number one. Akhirah, astaghfirullah al-azim. That's why I tell people, this way, or even when you seek knowledge, if your knowledge you seek is not sincere, what will happen? This knowledge will not be a useful knowledge. And what it lead? It lead you to be a fitna to you, fitna to other. You understand? By this way, what is the useful knowledge? The useful knowledge to make you close to Allah. And if I'm sincere and really seek the knowledge to make me close to Allah, what I will do? I do all decision and all activity to get closer to Allah. Why? We started something last week, something so beautiful. Something so beautiful. I'm going to repeat it just a little bit. Is love something you gain, something you earn, something is giving? Even between us as a human being. Can you give somebody money to tell him to love you? And even if you show yourself and your body, is this will make him love you? No, he will love your meat, not you. But the real love is from Allah. The unity between two souls is only Allah can do. And this is why one scholar said, when he talked about contentment, rida, he said, is rida, you can gain it or a gift? Is rida, you can gain it or a gift? Anybody remember? Is rida, contentment, is a gift or you can gain it?
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Yes.
It's a gift, Shaykh.
Is a gift. Why? Why Allah will give you contentment? Because He loves you. Why He loves you? Again, He loves you because He put certain quality in you. Imagine, when you understand Allah, you know the sequence. The sequence of the true love. Imagine Allah, He created me. He's the one He created me. And He gave me quality beloved to Him. Imagine, He gave me quality beloved to Him. And He loved me for it. Imagine. And now, when He gave me the quality beloved to Him, now I realize the love of Allah above any love. And the more this happens, it's not a talk now. I will do the things to please Allah. And by doing the things to please Allah, He will please me. But when you think about it, this is what I said last time. You cry. You really cry. Can you please Allah without He open for you the door of His pleasure? No. By this way, imagine you've been created by Allah. meaning he choose. You didn't choose. He give you Islam. You didn't choose, he choose. We talked about it last time. وَحَبَّبَ إِلَيْكُمُ الْإِيمَانِ, and he make Iman beloved to your heart. Who put the Iman in your heart? Allah. And let me give you bad news right now. If you do not listen to this, you have to love somebody else. And if you love somebody else, you are the enemy of Allah. This is why Ibrahim alayhi salam, Ibrahim, Khalilur Rahman, when Allah look at his heart and he find him, he love his son little bit, he tell him, Ibrahim, slaughter Ismail. What it meaning? He want him to slaughter his love in his heart. Again, Ismail was a tools, not a purpose. To slaughter the love of Ismail inside the heart of Ibrahim. Why? Because the one who's Khalilur Rahman, he cannot love anybody else. That's way. Now, what it benefit me? How this knowledge benefit me? We talked about it last time. Imagine a person with a status comes and tell you, I love you. You are my woman. He tell me I am his woman and he love me. And you cannot take it and you go to Facebook and you go here and you go there. And you're flying. He loved me. Now imagine when we know Allah loved me. When you know Allah choose you to love you. Imagine how you feel. Imagine how you feel when you think Allah choose you to love you. And He help you to love Him. And He support you and He open the door to pleasing Him. Because He planning to pleasing you. And again, who is the maker of all this? Allah. Did I choose it? No. What it do to me now in my heart? What it do to me? This is why when you really love Allah and you know everything happen, every moment in your life happen, cannot happen without then Allah knowledge and Allah wisdom. And what it do? You're drowning. You're drowning. Do you know, if you now get ill or sick and you have pain, every moment you said, Ya Allah, you know what Allah said to Jibreel? Ya Jibreel, don't give my servant what he wants. I love to hear his voice. And every time you said, Ya Allah, you're getting closer, closer, closer. And if you said it with your heart, with your contentment, with your rida, with your love, do you know what Allah did? In Hadith Qudsi by Rasulullah, He said, أعددت لأوليائي ما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر. Allah go to Jannah and He build you a palace by Himself. Just for you. By this way, you can be in pain. You can be in agony. And the Jannah is decorated ready for you. And this is why, when you really, one of the main pillar of loving Allah and get closer to Allah, to do what? To trust Him. To believe Him. Don't think about the future. At all, zero future. The future in the hand of Allah. Live day by day, moment by moment, and that's it. Because the controller, the governor, the ruler of everything is Allah. He already loves you. You think if Allah loves you, He will destroy you? No way. No way. Allah can destroy you if He open dunya for you and you become arrogant and ego to the point you have no time to say, Ya Allah. This is the ultimate disgrace and the ultimate destruction. What Allah wants from me? to recognize His bounty over me. Why today a lot of call Muslim, and forgive me, I am right now living in a tragedy because I heard some of the sister, I love her so much for Allah. She heard me for 10 years and now she close to be an atheist. You know why? She sold out to dunya. She sold out to dunya. That's why if you think you're sitting here and you're gaining useful knowledge, you're crazy. You're crazy. If you do not value this knowledge, imagine now if you get a phone call or text message, so and so love me and tell me to meet him in Mercedes dealer. Oh, Sister Sarah, I have to go. Mercedes dealer, Lexus, BMW, whatever it is car. We sold out for a car. We sold the love of Allah and our akhirah for a car, for a house, for a status. Who's watching that? Allah. And what Allah wants? He wants me to recognize and value His relationship. By the way, if you want to know how you water the love story between you and Allah, how you water this journey of love between you and Allah, recognize. Recognize and understand and respect. And if this is the case, don't be upset about anything. Don't fear from anything. Don't worry about anything. Don't be scared about anything. Don't be upset about anything. Don't be sad about anything, because every moment in your life is a journey of love story between you and Allah. But this love story is not like Indian movie, which end up with drama. No. This love story will end up with the pleasure of Allah, will allow you to see His beautiful face, to look at you and smile, and He tell you, I granted you my Ridwan. You know what is Ridwan? Ridwan is the pleasure of Allah. He will grant it to people in Jannah. They said, Ya Allah, you forgive our sins. You elevate us, you give us Jannah. What else do we want? He said, I give you my Ridwan, I will never be angry at you after that. And what else? He reveals the veil. The ultimate gift. The ultimate gift. The ultimate gift. If you see the beautiful face of Allah. Every time you look to the sky, you look to a garden, you look to any beauty, you said, Subhanallah. If this is the beauty Allah created, what about the creator? What about the fashioner? Now tell me, do we have a space in our heart for journey to Iman and loving Allah? Do we have a space? Or our heart is so occupied, we have no spot to astaghfirullah al-azim. Can the love of Allah coming in dirty heart? No. Can the love of Allah coming in a heart full of mischief? No. But again, anyone get closer to Allah and Allah open the door of goodness for you, you have to really be in a state of joy, because you have to know for a fact Allah loves you. And if you believe in that, nothing in this earth should bother you except only one thing. He said, Oh Allah, make me love you and love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and love the believer, and make me live with loving you. Make me die with loving you. Enter me in a grave with loving you. And make me see your beautiful face, Ya Allah. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu used to go in conscious sometime, and people think he's crazy or possessed with jinn, because he used to make situation, he used to crawl in the floor from hunger. From hunger. Look at him. But he get the title. Nobody hear his voice or his word is his name without love coming in your heart for Abu Hurairah. and you don't see him. Who generated this love? Allah Jalla Jalal. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu one time, he said, I was so hungry. I went to meet Abu Bakr, ask him a question. Maybe he take me to his house. He did not. Omar, he did not. So and so, he did not. Finally, he said, I go to Rasulullah, maybe. I ask him a question. He tell me, come drink, ya Abu Hurairah. And he said, I went. And Rasulullah, he tell him, why you came for, ya Abu Hurairah? He said, I come to ask you this question. He said, yeah, Abu Hurairah, you hungry, Abu Hurairah? He said, yes. He said, okay, I have some milk in here, a sip of milk. Abu Hurairah said, I was so happy. He will offer me the milk. And all of a sudden, I heard he tell me, Abu Hurairah, call the people of Safa. I said, what? He said, call the people of Safa, let them come to drink. He said, I know I have to obey Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the cup of milk is very little. And I called the people of Safa. He said, Wallahi, everyone drink, and I passed the cup. And I said, Abu Hurairah will not drink anymore today, but for just obedience of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And all the people of Safa drink until a sip finished. And Rasulullah, he said, give it to me, Abu Hurairah. He gave it to him. Rasulullah take it in his hand. He started making dua, and he gave it to him. And he said, Abu Hurairah, drink. He said, I drink. He said, Abu Hurairah, drink again. He drank again. He said, tell me to repeat it, drink until I have no space left in my belly. And the milk was coming out. I said, Ya Rasulullah, is no spot in the stomach of Abu Hurairah for more milk. And after that, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam took it and he drank the left. Barakah. Barakah. Barakah of obedience. Barakah of closeness to Allah. And imagine he was so happy about one sip of milk. Today we have a lot and we're not happy. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Do you get it, young lady? Are you here? Wallahi, girls, you are lucky if you're listening. You're super lucky if you're listening. What is the useful knowledge? The useful knowledge can make me close to Allah. The useful knowledge can make me belong to Allah. The useful knowledge, the one make me beloved to Allah. The useful knowledge, the one make me beloved to Him. And the useful knowledge, like Dawood alayhi salam and Musa alayhi salam, if I help people to love Allah. What do you think? But imagine now I'm sitting in here, husband, 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 kids, husband, money, kids, job, husband. And we forget something very simple. Your qadar is already ordained 50,000 years before the beginning of creation. When you get married, who you get married to, whom, why, when, everything in the hand of Allah. Why Allah give me this knowledge? To go to Him, to trust Him, and to be busy with Him before I get busy. Any question, any concern about what you heard? We talk about how we get closer to Allah. And I said to you last time, Allah, He loves at-tawwabin. And Allah, He loves al-mutatahhirin. Allah, He loves those who repent and those who are in a state of cleansing. Allah, He loves as-sabirin, the patient one. Allah loves al-muhsinin, the one who have generosity. Allah yuhib al-muqsitin, the one who has justice. And this why when you study why Allah chose Ibrahim alayhi salam, you forget when Ibrahim alayhi salam was a Muslim, only one Muslim against a kingdom of Namrud. And when they have the fire ready to burn him, an angel Jibreel come and said, Ya Allah, can I go help Ibrahim? He said, go. Did he ask? He said, no, but I want to go. And listen to this. When the angel of Jibreel came to Ibrahim, and now he's in a state of fear, going to be thrown in a fire, he said, I'm coming to guard you and save you. If you want, I take the fire, put it in one of the tip of my wing, throw it over them and save you. He said, I do not need you. Did Allah send you? He said, no, I request. He said, I do not need you. Look at the Iman. Today, how many of us believe, oh, so-and-so can help me, so-and-so can help me, so-and-so can help me. If I call so-and-so, he can help me. No. The only one can help is whom? That's why Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, when he was sleeping in his deathbed, when he was very ill, they asked him, did you call the doctor? He said, yes. He said, what the doctor said? He said, إِنِّي فَعَالٌ لِمَا أُرِيدُ, meaning he called Allah. He called Allah and he decided to make Allah his only doctor belong to him. And he recited this part of the verse in Quran, Allah fa'alun lima yurid. Allah can do whatever he wants, whatever he wish, whatever he ordained. By this way, one of the pillars of love to show respect and believe and trust and rely and belonging to Allah. And when you do that, you surrender yourself to the qadr of Allah. When you do that, now you're living the happy time, the sad time equal, because you know is all ordained from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what it do? Now if you know everything from Allah and you surrender to Allah, this make Allah love you. And now you be busy between trusting in Allah, believing in Allah, and be busy with the things beloved to Allah. And most of all, dhikrullah, to remember Allah, to unite your heart to Allah, and try to unite the people's heart to Allah, and to invite toward Allah. And when you do so, you belong to Allah. And if Allah choose you, now He make you a wali. He make you a guardian friend. Imagine now, oh, so-and-so is my friend. You have a friendship with so-and-so? Yes. In the government? Oh, and his money. Imagine today, you see, oh, so-and-so my friend, she has this car, she take me to the mall, and she gave me a shake. And all of a sudden, this girl is so high because she has a car and she take me to the mall. But what about Allah Jalla Jalaluh? The one who took me to the journey of dunya with peace and tranquility. The one can fulfill my need. The one who can take care about me in the time of death. The one who can forgive me after death. The one who take care about me and send me to Jannah and build. Which one is higher? How many of us, we marry a wako? You know wako? Wako. We marry a wako because her money or his money. Even if she take me away from Allah. Even if she take me away from Allah. And I said, what do you want me to do? She's my friend. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Meaning the friend of Allah is not important, and the friend of a girl or a boy can lead me to Jahannam is important. But you do not know. She helped me out. She give me this. She can support me. She give me this. For a little bit of money or support, you willing to lose your deen? You're willing to lose your relationship between you and Allah? Apply that to relative, friend, family, husband, kids, you name it. By this way, in here, my whole topic is, if we are normal human being, and you believe somebody fell in love with you, and the one who fell in love with you is very high status, and you need him desperately, but he's the one he choose you, and he's the one he love you, how you feel? How you feel? How you feel? This is my point here. If we know how much Allah loves us, we'll be shy to fall in love with anybody except Allah. Unless whatever love we have is love for Allah. Do we get the message? Young people, do you get the message? I hope so. Please open your heart. Whatever question, whatever concern, let me know.
Sheikh, I have a question too.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sheikh, when we have to gain such worldly knowledge, like all of us are going to colleges and studying, what are the best intentions we can have to do such a thing?
MashaAllah. If I'm going to plan to go to college, I should say, oh Allah, make this education to benefit me in this life and after, and don't make it fitna to me. And you have to gain the knowledge of Islam parallel with it. That's why you do not lose your iman. Because by the time you finish your study, the majority of people lost their iman. And all of a sudden, you get the study, you get the dunya, and to make a U-turn is very difficult. But why? To be honest with you, intention was corrupted. You see, you obey your parents, you obey the professor, you obey your friend, you obey. What about Allah wa Rasuluh? Is not there. If Sarah called for today and you have exam, or you have a school, or you have a good project, you will never show up. Even if it's Laylatul Qadr. I look, how many students in Laylatul Qadr, the night of power, the one better than 1,000 months, and you're busy to please the professor. Imagine you're still stuck with the professor. The professor is much greater than Allah. How many students take some off in Ramadan just to please Allah? And a lot of people, you can have emergency leave. How many family, oh, we have to go to wedding so and so. You have to be ready. We have to go to them. You have to show off. Maybe somebody will like you. And now we're traveling and we're spending 1 week, 2 weeks just to attend one wedding. For one wedding, because deep inside, maybe somebody might see me and he like me. I'm willing to do that. And for Laylatul Qadr, oh brother, forgive me, I have no time. How many of us do that? Huh? Now what you call this deep inside? Where's Iman? Where's Islam? Where's useful knowledge? Where's the purity? Please, I will give you a gift of a lifetime today. If you think meeting me today or meeting to each other today, it will benefit you, no. This is just a smack. It's really a smack. A wake-up call. But the lucky one who takes a wake-up call and do it. I remember in 1979, I have a friend of mine, or not friend, somebody I know. He was sharing with me the small apartment. And he cannot wake up early for work. He bought this alarm system, or the bell, with three ringer, old-fashioned. You know the old-fashioned clock? You know the alarm clock with one ringer in the top? Okay? No, he bought one with three. Big one. He said, the guy, give me the biggest one making noise. And one day I'm coming from work, almost after Fajr, and from one block, maybe like 300-400 meters, I can hear the bell. And even people screaming. Because people want him to quit. And he's leaving. And before I get closer to the house, I saw something very funny. You know what happened? The window's open. He takes the clock. He throws it away from the window. And by the time I go up, he goes to sleep again. I do not want you to laugh. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. Allah give us a gift. A wake-up call. A wake-up call not to go to the job. A wake-up call to the love of Allah. A wake-up call to get closer to Allah. A wake-up call to the success of this life and hereafter. A wake-up call to the ultimate pleasure in this life and hereafter. And what are we going to do about it? We're going to put it in silent? We're going to put it in snooze? Or we're going to accept and wake up and take steps? Huh? Do you get it? If you do not wake up and take steps, you will go back to sleep. And then it will bell again, or it will ring again. But you will not wake up. And you will get used to it. I saw a lot of people, they have 2-3 alarms, and they still go to sleep. It doesn't matter. It's not the alarm. It's the alarm of the heart. It's the alarm of the heart. Similar. Consider today is an alarm system. It till you wake up. Who are you? What knowledge you want to gain? For what purpose? And this can be reflecting in the intention you have of life. This will be reflecting in the intention of getting married. Who you getting married to? What kind of kids you want? What kind of lifestyle you want? Is all according to what? Your knowledge, if it's useful or not. If your intention is good or not. Is any one of you can say, I am wake up now? I get a message today? Anyone can say that? Anyone can say today, I get a message of a lifetime? I will never forget it? Or once I move from here, hey, Assalamu alaikum, it was nice, I feel good, and that's it. And become entertaining like a sandwich. Sandwich come, sandwich go. This is now your sincerity. It's not your brain, it's your sincerity. What happens if you sit listening to me but you're stuck? Mommy, tell me, I need a man. Give me a 10 lakh wedding. And do you think you will listen to the message of Allah? No. Because you're so occupied about a piece of dunya in your heart. Imagine a man coming and tell you, I love you, I want to marry you. He said, no, my neighbor, he loved me 10 years ago, I'm waiting for him. This is what we do today. But we do it with whom? With Allah Jalla Jalaluh. I have no place for you, Ya Allah. I'm full of all this garbage. I have no place for you. Who get any message today? I want to hear it from you. The new one. I'm waiting. Have guts. Have guts.
Yes, Sheikh. I really got this close. I'm really very much close to Allah now. I was almost in tears when I was hearing your talk. Thank you so much, Jazakallah Khair, for making me realize for what I came here today. Thank you.
MashaAllah. May Allah accept you, and may Allah hold tight your own feeling, because sometimes we have a good feeling, but this good feeling become like Pepsi Cola. After 1 hour, 2 hours, it's gone. If you do not Hold tight in this feeling, it go away. If it's a feeling with principle, it will not go away. Is a feeling without principle, it will go away. And take it from me, young lady. If you really want to value yourself, value the relationship with Allah. Allah will honor you, people will honor you. And don't ever sell the relationship for Allah with somebody else. Is not worth it. Anybody else?
After this, after listening to you, I realized that the life which I was leading was only for the mere sake of something which would take me, which is definitely a loss for me. And Alhamdulillah, and I make pure intentions to please only and only my Lord. Inshallah, I'll try my best to please Allah.
MashaAllah. Allah yarda alayk. Make dua for her because getting the message is one thing. Living the message is a journey. Hold tight, the message is a journey. Yes, young lady.
Jazakallah khairan, Sheikh, for teaching us so many things. I really want to learn more. I'm hoping forward to come again, inshallah. I want to learn more.
And also remember, like I tell you, I have many websites containing all my life. It containing a lot of knowledge. And all my knowledge aiming in one topic only. To get closer to Allah. Especially at this time, the time of fitna. When the truth become wrong. The wrong become truth. And everything upside down. May Allah accept you. Write this down. Chapter Al-Ankabut, verse 5. Very soon I'm going to make a topic about that. What Allah said, من كان يرجو لقاء الله فإن أجل الله لآت. Whoever wants the meeting between him and his Lord, the time is coming. The early companion understood this verse. What is that? They understood it according to one hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He said, the mu'min, he loved the meeting of Allah. The mu'min, he loved meeting his Lord. Because meeting your Lord is the most precious, is the most happy moment in your life if you are a believer. This is the moment, is the beginning of your joy and your happiness and your pleasure. May Allah give us a good ending with the pleasure and joy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Next. Two more. Who's new?
Sheikh, I learned what intentions I should make for my seeking worldly knowledge. You made me realize that pleasing just my parents for something that is not something not that exactly Allah wants. Maybe I could have done better. So I think I should change my intentions now. It's time. Jazakallah
MashaAllah.
khair, Sheikh.
And you too. Hold tight and please water the journey of Iman. If you think this meeting will benefit you, no. This meeting needs a lot of follow-up. A lot of follow-up. A lot of follow-up.
Yes, Sheikh, inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
And you too. Anybody else?
I learned many things today and thanks Allah for it.
What is many things?
That the world is nothing but Allah is everything. So,
MashaAllah. That's it. Do you know how many verses in Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَعَالٌ لِمَا يُرِيد. Allah, He do whatever He wish. وَيَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. And Allah do whatever He wish and He want. All over the Quran. Go ahead. Somebody has a question or a concern?
Sheikh, I felt really good. I thought I'll not come, and my friend took me here, and I got really good messages. And the one which touched my heart is the wake up call. Every day, it's like always I'll keep a alarm and I'll sleep. I think I feel like I'm very far away from Allah, and I hope I'll be very much closer from now, inshallah.
MashaAllah. Anybody else?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
The one thing which pierced my heart was if somebody says or if somebody pleases us or we get attracted to them, and if they compliment us, we get so excited and we start screaming, we start dreaming about them. One thing I got to know over here is Allah has chosen us and He loves us more than the other one. It just pierced my heart. I feel like crying when I heard that.
It is. Because imagine when somebody like he tell you, I love you, or you are a nice girl. You're flying. You're flying. And he may be a cheater. He may be a liar. And 99% is a liar. And we fell for it. But Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, the one He never changed. The one His feeling never changed. Even if we commit sins, even if we fall down, He cover us. He protect us. He cleansing us. And He tell you come. You see, we do not know. The early people said, how you love someone you do not know. If somebody claims he loves you and he doesn't know you, he's a liar. Because like what I can tell you, the activity, the quality of you. Love do not come just because I see you. No. You see, especially if a person see you as a piece of meat, it's very dangerous. You see, oh, you're so pretty, you're attractive. Excuse me, you are Indian. You know what it means? After one child, you will be 3 sizes a time now. And all your beauty is gone. What happened to the love story? It's gone. That's why think, if this person loved me for what? Love me for what? I want us to be elevated. Look at today, why people make cosmetic surgery? Why people start getting naked over and over again? Why? It's almost like, look at me. This is what I have. What it mean? Don't look at my soul. Don't look at my character. Don't look at my belief. Just look at the piece of meat. It's very scary. It's very scary. When the relationship today between us as a human being become very hollow. But again, don't blame anybody. If somebody hollow attracted to you, something wrong with you. And if somebody good attracted to you, thank Allah, is a good sign from Allah to you. And if you attracted to meet and marry a wacko man, a garbage can, don't blame except whom? Yourself. Okay, this leads us to something very important. If I now realize Allah loved me, and Allah give me all this quality for me to love Him, what now I should do? Number one, if I'm honest, I have to get to know the one who loved me. I have to get to know the one who loved me. And if I get to know Him, now I get to know what He loves and what He hates. What He like what he dislikes, and start increasing the things he loves and decreasing the things he doesn't love to gain his love. You agree or no? You see, today when you marry and you like certain food, but your husband like different food, what you do? If you're really in love with your man, you cook the food he loves and become beloved to you. Why? Because you love him. If you today ask me, a lot of us do not have love. That's why we become so selfish, we think about ourselves. Because if you love someone, you get to know him. And when you get to know him, you get to know what he loves and what he doesn't love. What he like, what he dislike. What make him happy, what make him angry. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلِ الْأَعْلَى. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He give us all the regulation and all the fiqh to get closer to Him by the way He loves. And how? By following the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And if we do so, the more you're getting closer to Allah with the things beloved to Allah, you get the love of Allah. What about if I have something I love and I give it to Allah because I want His love? Is more. But this talk is not easy. It's full of action. Action. This is why sometime today you marry a man and you think he loves you and this and that, and after that he's stingy. He doesn't do this to you. And all of a sudden you start crying. Why? You didn't see the quality. But with the word and the feeling and all, it was fake. How you feel. And now, what happened if Allah loves us and we show Allah a fake relationship? And Allah, you cannot cheat Him. He knows inside out who we are. By this way, the first stage, to know Allah, to know His quality, to know His name and attribute, to believe in Him, to trust Him, to rely on Him, and to put everything you make to pleasing Him above anything. You have a few friends. Some is bad, some is good. You get rid of the bad one, even if you like them. There's no liking in here. The love of Allah and the pleasure of Allah above all of us. And this applies in making decision, applies in everything else. And how I show up that? Constantly getting closer to Allah by reading Quran, making Salah on time, getting the right companion, reading Quran with comprehending, understand the message, and cleanse my heart. And I beg Allah, Allah, make me live for you. Make me die for you. Make me resurrected with your pleasure, Ya Allah. By this way, it's a journey of action, a journey of sacrifice, a journey of effort. It's not a talk. It's not a talk. And if this is the case, what are you going to do? Do you need anybody to push you? No. It's coming from you. When you love someone, you want to please the one you love. It's coming from your heart. You cannot wait to please the person. And this is why even about Fajr, about this, you will do it. You will do it from love, from unity. I do not want to take too much of your time, because I know you have to go, and you have a long way to go. This journey, like I tell you, is a beautiful journey. If you take it step by step, and if you go to my website, you find Journey of Iman, from darkness to light. Take it step by step. Keep listening, keep learning, keep listening, keep learning. You have a lot of journey. And the more you prepare yourself, the more you build strength. Knowledge of Allah is power. The power against us, the power against our temptation, the power against shayateen, the power against dunya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us and make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to love Him only and fill our heart with loving Allah wa Rasuluh, and love each other for Allah, and love the believer, and love the message, and love the benefit of mankind. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us the keys of goodness, the lock of evils, and make us always the keys of spreading goodness in earth and making people close to Allah. And oh Allah, snatch the dunya out of our heart and fill our heart with loving you, and make us make all decisions according to loving you and loving Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and make akhirah and Jannat al-Firdaus beloved to us than the whole dunya and what it contains. Ameen, Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. And may Allah make us among those who elevate the deen of Allah, not disgrace the deen of Allah. And may Allah give us good ending with La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to be the cause of the elevation of the deen of Allah. And may Allah make us the cause of the support of spreading the love of Allah and the message of Allah wa Rasuluh on earth. Ameen, Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم سبحانك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين جزاكم الله كل خير والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.